Hello everyone and welcome back to Watch This Weekend. Today we are here with 10 most intriguing and dramatic plot differences between the show Bridgerton and the book The Viscount Who Loved Me. But before we move ahead, you should know that there will be a few spoilers here from season 1 and 2. Very start of the first episode of Bridgerton season 2, we see that Eloise is beginning her season and is dreading being presented to society. She not only is worried of living up to her elder sister Daphne's successful season, but also detests being treated like a show pony. However, in the books, Eloise's season doesn't happen till the 5th novel, which is way ahead of Anthony and Kate being married. In the book To Sir Philip with Love, which focuses on Eloise, it seems that she is thrilled and ready to begin her journey of finding true love, unlike her on-screen character. Here Kate and Edwina Sharma are visiting from India, whereas in the novel they are just visiting from English countryside with no ties to India, and Edwina is described as one with blonde hair and blue eyes. The show keeps the name Sheffield as Mary's maiden name, which in the books is also how Kate, Edwina and Mary are known. There also seems to be no particular mention of the bad blood Mary had with her family as shown in the series. In the show, we see that Sharmas are sponsored by Lady Danbury, but in the book she is also present only fleetingly. From the very dramatic and vivid portrayal in the show, it is understandable how devastated Anthony was by his father's death. It led to him not only being the head of the household, but also having to carry the grief of witnessing his father dying in his arms. So it might come as a shock to you when we say that in the book, Anthony was absent during the death of his father, Edmund Bridgerton, and it was one of his sisters who informed him of the unfortunate event that had occurred. While reading The Viscount Who Loved Me, you will be able to understand where the gradual shift in Kate's impression of Anthony as a rake to a lover begins. It is very well emphasized in the books that Kate was afraid of the thunderstorms, which was a result of her father's passing during one such storm. In the midst of another thunderstorm, Anthony finds Kate under his office desk and tries to comfort her, which was a powerful and notable moment in their beautiful love story as they connect over a shared loss. Now the scene in Bridgerton season 2 where Kate got stung by a bee is what changes things drastically. This is where the show goes completely off rail when compared with Julia Quinn's narrative of the story. So the third episode of season 2 shows that Kate got stung by a bee and Anthony panics as it instantly reminds him of his father's death. He is unable to breathe until Kate makes him feel her heartbeat and the two of them share one hell of an intimate moment. Something that remains just between the two of them. But in the book, this is where it gets interesting. Anthony doesn't just panic but also leans in to suck the venom out of Kate. This is when the adults find them in a compromising position and the two of them are forced to marry to avoid a scandal. Well, how completely unbelievable is that? The plot of the show pretty clearly portrays that Edwina is in love with Anthony and so is Kate, only that she is in denial. Even after all that, Anthony proposes to Edwina, which starts their courtship period. While standing at the altar, waiting to be the Viscountess, Edwina becomes aware of Anthony and Kate's feelings for each other. From that point on, we experience that Edwina, after this betrayal, has found a new path and has evolved into a strong and amazing character who knows what she wants. Although in The Viscount Who Loved Me, Edwina's personality is nerdy and she actually is drawn to another scholarly man who she can't marry because of money issues. And to that effect, Kate and Anthony's marriage in this scenario comes as a blessing for her. In the book, after Kate and Anthony are married, there is still a good third of the story left. Anthony has trouble dealing with his insecurity that he might only live as long as his father, and thus he shouldn't fall in love, and that creates tension between the couple. In the series, we find the confession of love right before marriage, which is then fast forwarded 6 months into the future, where they have been married and are as happy as they can be in their romantic and pleasantly successful intimate relationship. We have to say that some scenes in the show are so elaborate than in the novel, as they have been completely altered. Kate's accident in the series is when she falls off the horse, which sends her into a coma. This is when Anthony gets clarity and understands what Kate means to him and how much he loves her. A large part of the episode covers the whole tense situation. It is also when Edwina forgives her sister. But if you will read the novel, you will notice that it was after Kate and Anthony were married that she was accompanying Edwina and her lover in a carriage that the accident took place. Even then, Kate had only hurt her leg. Also, just before Kate injured her leg, Anthony is ready to make a confession of love, earlier struggling with his feelings. Well, before heading on to the last plot difference, here are a few fun story differences. Newton the Corgi in the show, as Kate states, is a good judge of character and initially barks at Anthony, but in the book is instantly taken by him. The age difference of Kate in the book and show is quite a lot. In the series, she is a hopping 26, but in the novel, she is just 21. How surprising is that? Another such difference is the fact that the whole plot, including Mr. Featherington and the scandal involving him and Miss Featherington, doesn't exist in the books. Last but not the least, the show has been very creative in adding the Queen as an important character who chooses the diamond of the season, while in the book, the diamond of the season is simply the most popular debutante and the Queen's character is absent. The mystery that held together the first season so well finally ended with the revelation of Lady Whistledown being Penelope Featherington. In the second season, ELOISE was also able to put together the pieces of the puzzle and discover it was Penelope all along. This created a bridge between the closely bonded friends and leaves them both hating each other. It isn't until book 4, however, that we all get to know the identity of Lady Whistledown. In an interview, Chris Vanderson said that he wanted to keep the fun alive for the book fans by shaking things up a little. While even though we are not sure if this was the right course of action, we are perfectly capable of stating that the excitement, the drama, the romance of Bridgerton has captivated everyone, and we are all really looking forward to the next season. Comment down below and tell us which of the plot differences appeal to you.